I have to apologize. For some reason, I did not start on the diver's turn. But what happened, and I'll show you quickly. The diver started at Iron Gate here. Um, he basically went up to Copper Gate. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he went to Copper Gate. He shored up the Breakers Bridge, and that was his third turn there. Um, and I don't know if he got a sandbag or not, but he got one. He got an earth piece, and that was the end of his turn. We're going to the navigator. The navigator is at the uh, silver gate. Um, he's going to move to Cliffs of Abandon. He's going to shore up the dunes. That's his second action. And he will move up to the Dunes of Deception for his third. He will get a fire piece. And he will get another fire piece. Oh, I'm sorry. We're looking at the wrong. So he has 3 fire pieces. And you'll notice that he has 6 cards in his hand. So he has to uh, move. He has to get rid of one of these cards. He has to discard one of his cards over here. So he's going to get rid of a helicopter thing. But it says move one or more pawns on the same tile to any other tile, or get off Fool's Landing to win. Let's see. He will move. He's going to move. Since it's the explorer's turn next, he will move the. Well, see, yeah, he's going to move the explorer up to the observatory. Okay, and that will be that will go to the discard pile. And um, now it is the flood deck's turn. So we still getting 2 pieces. Cave of Shadows. Um, Cave of Shadows. And the other one is Cliffs of Abandon. Also, that will end the navigator's turn. We go to the explorer. And he is going to shore up the observatory, the watchtower, and Phantom's Rock. Those will be his 3 moves. Okay. His first is an earth piece. His second, the waters will rise, which means we will be picking 3 cards now instead of 2 because we are at elite status. Okay. And the final thing here is which cards get turned over. The Copper Gate and the Silver Gate. The Silver Gate is over here. And that will be the end of the Explorer's turn. Time for the Engineer's turn. It says shore up to 2 tiles for 1 action. He's going to shore up Cave of Shadows and Temple of the Sun because those are pieces where artifacts are at. That's 1 action. He's going to shore up the Silver Gate for 2 actions. He's going to move to Silver Gate for his 3rd action. He gets Water's Rise. That starts us off on the legendary streak. We're in the middle of 3 now. And an Earth Piece, that will be his 4th artifact, so he's still okay. And we go to the Divers. And the Diver is going to shore up Copper's Gate. And he's going to move to Copper's Gate. He's going to shore up Cliffs of Abandon. Before I do anything, we're going to, because I have to find out which 2 pieces. We've got Howling Gardens. We've got Howling Gardens. We have Fool's Landing, and because we're at level 3, the Observatory. We moved the Diver was the next one. We moved that to Copper's Gate. That was save that. That was 1. Move to Copper's Gate is 2, and we save Iron's Gate is 3. Okay, I don't know. Well, basically, we're saying that he's got 2 Earth artifacts here, and the last thing here for the Diver is is see which 3. So we've got Coral Palace. We've got Temple of the Sun and Lost Lagoon as the 3. And go back to the Navigator. He's going to shore up the Observatory, Howling Garden, and Cliffs of Abandon. Didn't really have to move anywhere. He'll get 2 actions. He'll get an Earth Piece and a helicopter. Well, let's see here. He's going to keep that one. So he's going to get rid of the Chalice, and he gets another helicopter, but he's going to get rid of this so he can move some. Because he has this, he can move somebody to the, he'll move the Explorer to Coral Palace, and that's the end of the Navigator's turn. He can, the Explorer can, oh, and we have to see which 3 pieces. We've got Crimson Forest. We've got Twilight Hallow. I have to find out where it's at. And we've got Bronze Gate. Okay. The Engineer can shore up diagonally. He's going to shore up Coral Palace and Crimson Forest. And he will move down to the Temple of the Moon. We're going to shuffle up the treasure cards. Okay, his 2 cards are a Chalice. That's okay. And the other one is Sandbag. Now he's going to shore up Fool's Landing with that. And that will be the end of the Explorer's turn. We go to the Engineer. He's going to shore up the Temple of the Sun. And, oh, wait a minute. Before we do that, we have to, we're going to shuffle the island deck too here, the flood. We have to pull 3 of these. Howling Gardens. Okay. Coral Palace. Okay. Temple of the Sun. And there, my friends, is the first piece of the game that is lost. So the Temple of the Sun is gone. And you'll notice that it marks an empty space there. Okay. And we go to the Engineer. He's the red piece. He's going to shore up Coral Palace and Howling Gardens. And that's one action for him. He's going to also shore up Twilight Hallow for another one, and Bronze Gate for his 3rd action. And he will get 2. He will get a helicopter lift, and he'll keep that. That's his 5th one. And he'll also get, a Water's Rise. So moves up to the top of level 3 here. And that's the end of his turn. We're going to see what happens, which 3 pieces get removed. All right, the 3 pieces are Misty Marsh, Cave of Embers, and Golden Gate. There's only one place to get an Earth piece now, the Earth piece, and that's the Temple of the Moon. So if that goes, we have to save it. All right. And we're at the Diver. The Diver is nowhere near anything. So he's going to go up Cliff Abandon, Dunes of Deception, Whispering Garden to be near the Golden Gate to shore it up. Waters Rise, that will put us up at 4. And the last one is another Waters Rise. That will get us up to the top of level 4. See how quick it's going? And we've got to draw 4 cards now. Watchtower. Okay. Tidal Palace. Okay. Twilight Hallow. Okay. And the last one is Temple of the Moon. That is not good. Okay. And we're at the Navigator's turn. And move to the Howling Garden. Shore up Misty Marsh for 2. Shore up the Watchtower for 3. Let's see here. Okay, and the Navigator's 2 treasure cards. Oh, Waters Rise. That takes us to 5. And a Chalice. And they'll discard that Chalice because that's more than their hand will allow. Okay, and the final, let's see here. We've got 5 cards. Iron's Gate is 1. Howling Garden is 2. Phantom Rock is 3. Bronze Gate is 4. And Observatory is 5. And you can see that there is a lot of gray tiles showing up here real quick. And it is the Explorer's turn. He can move. Let's see, where is he? He's right here. He's going to shore up the Temple of the Moon, Tidal Palace, and he is going to move to the Coral Palace. That will be the end of his turn. Right. Let's see what his treasure cards are. A Chalice. He's going to let that one go. And a Waters Rise. Ouch. Look at that. And we are 1 away from losing this game. Okay. And we're going to shuffle these up to see which cards, because we have to pick 5 of these cards now. All right. Tidal Palace is 1. Cliffs of Abandon is 2. Misty Marsh is 3. Silver Gate is 4. And Silver Gate's where red's at. And the last one here is Phantom Rock. And Phantom Rock is gone. Second piece to be gone. And that takes care of the Explorer. we go to the engineer, and he's going to shore up the Tidal Palace and Cave of Embers for 1. He's going to shore up Silver Gate for 2. And he's going to shore up Cliffs of Abandon for 3. He gets a sandbag, and he will shore up Twilight Hallow, and he gets a chalice. He'll keep this chalice, and he'll throw away the earth piece. So he's got 2 chalices, 2 winds, and a helicopter lift. That brings us to the diver. And the diver, let's see here. He's going to shore up Golden Gate. He's going to move to Golden Gate and shore up the Bronze Gate, and that's all he can do on his turn. We're going to flip over his treasure cards. He's going to get an earth piece, and he'll get rid of the chalice. So he's got 3 earth and 2 fire, and he will get a Waters Rise card, guys, and that, my friends, is the end of the game. And just like that, guys, I mean, it's all she wrote. And so I want to check something out real quick here. Sorry about that, but I wanted to see how long it basically took. Um, of course, I'm going to have to. Okay, I have to do it this way. There we go. So basically 3. So 3:30, 7:33. So 3, 6, 10, 36, and I'm here at 26. So a little over an hour to play one game of Forbidden Island. So yeah, but this is kind of what I want to do with at the table is I want to show you tabletop games, not sports sim, but tabletop games. Um, maybe in the future, maybe Catan and some Wingspan and stuff like that. Um, Probably, for me, a good time to do it is when I'm over at the that Three Brothers gaming facility, so because I can actually rent used games there and that and try them out there. So, but that's kind of what I want to do with this at the table is to highlight tabletop games that you might like to look at or purchase. Really fun game. Uh, it's not a lot really to it once you learn the rules, but it's learning the other things. Like the big thing is you get 3 actions, then you get 2 treasure cards, and then you have to use the flood cards to see which tiles are, and that can be confusing. And every time you discard and you go to another person, you have to kind of shuffle those. You're supposed to shuffle those cards up so it's more randomized than that, and so it's you get a greater chance of the waters rise and a greater chance of possibly sinking tiles. But you can see how quick the waters and floods rise in this game, and it's really fun. I saw this on tabletop, and it's one game that I really wanted to get. I also want to get its sequel, which is called Forbidden Desert, and try that out. That might be the next game that I try on tabletop because they actually have a copy at that Three Brothers Gaming, and I could try that on a weekend. So that might be the next game I try out here at the table. So you take care, guys. Make sure to play your games at the table, and I hope rolls are in your favor. Take care, and don't let those waters rise.